What might real aliens look like? Life on Earth is incredibly diverse, with organisms existing in some of the most extreme and bizarre environments. From the blue dragon sea slugs to the iron-encrusted shells of Malon snails, life takes on forms we can barely comprehend. Let's use both imagination and science to journey across 3 potential worlds, each one more alien than the last. Strap into your futuristic suit and enter the portal to witness phenomena never seen before. First, we land on a world orbiting the red dwarf star Oculus. Oculus is 5 times smaller than our Sun, dimmer and cooler, with a planet called Iper. This planet is tidally locked, meaning one side experiences constant daylight, while the other is trapped in eternal night. The daytime side enjoys warm, pleasant temperatures, while the icy region has melted into a shallow black ocean. This region, known as the Eye of Iper, is about the size of Europe, though it's only 200 meters deep at its deepest. The waters churn continuously due to an eternal storm where hot air meets the frigid winds from the icy periphery. Yet, below this chaotic surface, we find an ecosystem of remarkable stability. Instead of open water, we dive into a floating underwater jungle. On Earth, kelp forests are made up of seaweed that can grow up to 65 meters in length, providing shelter for countless smaller creatures. On Iper, the sun is far weaker, so the plants here are black, designed to absorb the limited infrared radiation from the distant star. Over billions of years, the jungle has spread across the entire Eye of Iper, with roots extending deep into the seabed. These roots anchor the plants and provide nutrients. As new life replaces old, the jungle continues to thrive. Among the creatures of this ecosystem are large, streamlined, teardrop-shaped animals that resemble fish. They move gracefully through the dark water, grazing on the jungle's leaves. Suddenly, a patch of seemingly harmless leaves moves, wrapping around one of the creatures and pulling it down into a predator's grasp. This predator has evolved to use its camouflage to blend in perfectly with its surroundings, imitating the leaves. In this dark underwater world, neither predator nor prey has eyes. Instead, they rely on sound and texture to detect one another. The ecosystem here is both beautiful and unsettling, a place where countless species communicate through a cacophony of sounds, each creature playing a role in this never-ending symphony. Next, we travel to Nimbus, a gas giant in the orbit of a B-type star, Oculus. The light from this star is 100 times more intense than the sunlight we're used to, and it heats Nimbus's atmosphere to create gigantic white clouds that rise from its lower regions. Nimbus is a hot and turbulent world, but life here has adapted. Tiny creatures, resembling cloud plankton, float in the clouds, gaining lift from electrostatic threads much like spiders on Earth use to travel great distances. These cloud plankton come together during mating season to form parachutes, rising hundreds of kilometers in the atmosphere. In the higher altitudes, where life thrives, there are also larger creatures, such as the massive sky whales. These creatures are the size of skyscrapers and are almost entirely made of gas-filled membranes, which provide them with buoyancy. The sky whales filter food from the clouds, consuming sky plankton. Their nectar is highly sought after by predators like jet squids, which trail behind the whales, waiting for an opportunity to feed. These jet squids are able to expel gases like a rocket, using them to launch themselves in pursuit of the sky whales. However, life on Nimbus is short-lived. The star Oculus is nearing the end of its lifespan, and in a few million years, it will burn through its fuel and turn violent, destroying the gas giant and its fragile ecosystem. Finally, we visit Monier, one of the moons of the brown dwarf Orod. Monier has a unique and harsh environment where the gravity is only 5% of Earth's, and the atmosphere is thin and cold. The surface is covered in dry ice snow, and temperatures plummet during the long night. But despite the cold, life here has adapted in incredible ways. Instead of water, life forms on Monier use ammonia, and their biology incorporates magnetized minerals to survive in the planet's strong magnetic field. Some plants on Monier have evolved to levitate, growing up to 1 kilometer in the sky, using magnetism to keep them afloat. Creatures like the ice-skating snails zoom across the surface, using conductive stalks to merge into magnetic kites that carry them along at incredible speeds. These snails have a symbiotic relationship with photosynthetic microorganisms that live in their shells. They depend on the constant sunlight to survive, but if they stop, they risk their microorganisms freezing and dying. However, the most dangerous creatures on Monier are the ambush predators. These creatures, resembling a cross between sea lions and beetles, lie hidden beneath the ground, waiting to strike their prey with electrically sensitive whiskers. Returning to Earth, we reflect on the incredible diversity of life that might exist out there. Science fiction offers us a glimpse into these strange worlds, but science itself might one day help us discover such alien life forms. Who knows? Perhaps in a few thousand years our descendants will journey to exotic oceans, fly over clouds the size of continents, or encounter other intelligent species who are marveling at the wonders of the universe. Until then, we continue our quest for knowledge, learning about the mysteries of the cosmos from the comfort of our own planet.